have done that. Well, you know what, whatever. Good morning. We are currently on our way to Kansas City to go meet with my friend Tammy Bartles. Tammy is a certified NRA instructor. She's also a writer or columnist for Primer Peak, and then she runs a blog / website called Good Girl with a Gun. I met Tammy at our ECQC course that we took with Craig Douglas by ShivWorks in October. Her and I were the only two women in the course. There was about 21 of us, so we had a fun shared experience. She has an extensive amount of background in firearms than I do. I was basically like just trying to survive the shooting aspect of that course, hoping to be better next time around. So going to the range has not been really a thing I've had to do. We live on acreage now, and I've always been around firearms. It's never been an issue. If they were shooting, I would go and shoot whatever they shot, and then that would be about the extent of my interest. It wasn't until that, a little bit before that ECQC course, where I started thinking that I was slightly uncomfortable around firearms and I needed to be better. And if I wanted to know more, I had to put myself out there more. So, that being said, I have never been to a range. I asked a lot of women before I went to do this today what would keep them from going to a range, and I had a variety of answers. The main one, ironically, is they didn't want to look stupid, and I totally relate with that. I don't want to go in there and look stupid either. And then another one was they were intimidated by it. They didn't want a lot of people staring at them as they went. I remember one gal said that the idea of going in there and just screwing up a couple shots, even though she knows she can shoot at home, but then when it's other people watching, it's more like under pressure. I understand that. I feel that way about the gym. Other people were just not interested, and that one I understand as well. So, I do have my trusty sidekick, Lily, with me today, and she is going to go with me and get a little firearm safety and range etiquette, and basically I'm going to go in there and ask all the stupid questions that you don't want to ask, and that way I can look like a fool and we can just roll with it. Alright, so this is my friend Tammy. She was with me at ECQC, and actually you want to tell me real quick what your experience was, what you got out of it the most of that.
Out of ECQC, probably just learning exactly where I was physically as far as defending myself. I think we tend to think that, I can handle that if someone grabbed me, and no, you can't. You have no idea. I learned so much about areas for movement.
Right. One of the things I tell everybody, because I always hear this all the time, is, I don't need to train because I have a gun. And I was like, that was completely blown out of the water in that class. Because I would say 60% of the people that were all range people, they blew holes through these things super well. And they during that skirmish had their firearm removed from them and used on them.
Yeah, you're like, where's my gun?
Yeah, where's my gun? And then, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty eye-opening. So Tammy is going to give us, Tammy is going to give Lily and me a lesson in basically everything gun range. So we came in through the front. It was actually really easy. We signed a waiver right here. You can look right there. That's that. And it was really simple. This place is super clean. And now we're here. This is just, I guess, all pistols. I guess they got a rifle side over there.
So a lot of people assume if you're right-handed, you're right-eye dominant, but that's not always the case. You can be what's called cross-eye dominant. And the easiest way to find that out is take your hands, make a little triangle, hold it, now shut your right eye, spread out from there, shut your left eye, spread out there. Alright, so you're right-eye dominant. Firearm already out, it's locked open, it's clear, so you know that it's safe. Pointed in the safe direction, downrange. You always want to keep your finger off the trigger. You want to keep it nice and high. That way, if you've got your finger down here and someone bumps you, what happens? You might pull the trigger accidentally. You have the webbing of your
built up pectoral index of like putting your thumb right on your bra line right there, and that was a way that you just steady each time the thumb
Yeah.
directly there. I thought that was kind of neat. That helps. There's always like well, I know in martial arts there's always epiphany moments where you're like, oh, had I done that, I would have been like what she was saying just a few seconds ago. Actually, just say it again about the craft here.
So a lot of people will come in and they'll be upset because the first time they shoot, they don't get all of their shots in the red circle at 25 yards, and we have to remind them that it's a skill that you learn. It's not something super easy like you ride a bike one time and once you've got it, you've got it. It's more like taking a martial arts class where you don't sign up for a karate class, go 3 times and get your black belt. It's something that you learn and you progress and you stack skills on top of skills.
Because I'm not a great shot, I would like for you to pinpoint everything that I am doing here. Start over. Do it all.
We'll back up.
No, we're gonna take that clip out of the video. Hey, by the way, earlier when I was talking about that whole like women don't want to come to the gun range because they feel like they'll look like they're stupid or something. And then we talked about how you can hammer like 70 nails correctly one time and then you have somebody else watch you and then you just mess it all up. That's exactly it. So remember, I told you I was going to come in here and be a fool for the rest of you all. So let's try this again.
The first time I came to the range by myself, I like called my ex-husband, who was an Army sniper, and I'm like, I don't even know how to load the magazine. Now, like, I feel like a complete idiot that I couldn't figure out how to go.
Well, I mean, I've been shooting this gun for like 2 months at my house, and it's just like, oh no, you're watching. It's
Right.
Mess it all up. Okay, so let's try it again.
So the first thing I could do that I noticed is don't ride your slide forward. Guns are really tough. When you go to rack your slide, pull it back and just let go.
Okay.
Pull it back. Yep.
Okay.
They're pretty tough. Lean forward a little.
Don't rock back on my heels. I hear that one a lot. Okay. First of all, I get in trouble too because I tend to stand in a fighter stance. It's like what nobody likes.
I choose the fighter.
Okay. Yeah, that makes me feel better. Alright.
The reason a couple are over here maybe is when you got your finger in there,
Yeah.
make sure you don't have that knuckle in there.
Okay.
So when you've got your hand all the way in there so that your knuckle is on the trigger, when you pull that, it will tend to push the gun off to the left.
Okay.
So if you back that finger out, there'll be a little bit of a gap there. And yeah, that's cool. Let's try that.
Well, look at there. What a tweak. That's awesome.
So this particular one is the Holosun 507K.
So look. Oh, you can't see, but there is a pretty light here, but you can't see it. Do this. That's what we're going to shoot at.
The dot is only in the optic.
Okay. So just out of curiosity, what would one of these cost?
I want to say they run around $500.
Look like an idiot just standing here like, oh,
Right.
what's going on? Okay.
That's cool, right?
That was an epiphany thing. Thank you. I was always looking at it going, oh,
Yep. Well, that's helpful as well.
okay, one of the things that she said, and this might seem like it's absolutely stupid, but I'm one of those like, oh, aha, if someone says something the right way, it just clicks in my brain. So one of the things that she said was, I'm always, if I have this here and I'm trying to do, like, drop the magazine reload thing, when I go to put it in here, we're testing this out, I was always like, oh, which way does it go? And she was like, bullets forward. And I was like, oh. And now that whole just like aha moment for me, big time with the magazine. So I'm sure like there's gonna be some opinionated Ned in gun culture that's gonna be like, oh, you should have known that. Well, you know what, whatever.
You don't know till you know.
Oh yeah, you don't know till you know. Trading scars, and I'm like, oh well, got none of those, but apparently I do. awesome. She tweaked a few things, and that has actually been probably one of the most beneficial things in terms of just letting deal with. So that's that. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, I got another question for you. This is a big one. Okay, see your nails.
Oh no, they're terrible.
Oh, are they long?
No, I keep them short.
Look. Yeah, how do I fix this, or can I?
I mean, I keep my nails shorter because a lot, and they stab me. So.
Okay. Yeah, all right, so no fixing it. All right, so
Hand on your chest. That way you know where it's at.
okay, so totally got what you were saying about the trigger thing. As soon as I was like gentle with it.
Yep, you just kind of.
Yeah, that was crazy. Look, I was over here, and then I was like, well, wait a second, I'm just gonna try something. And then I was like, ooh, boom. That's so neat. Thank you so much. That's freaking awesome. This has made my day. Who picks up the brass?
You do?
Okay.
At the end of this
Wanted to see what the range etiquette was if I get a broom later. So you gotta take this handy dandy little squeegee, push it up under there. Interesting thing to note, this is some sticky pad that does this, look. And it takes the lead off the bottom of your shoes. Good time. Oh, look, see. Lily, this is your first time at a gun range. Mine too. What was something that you learned that you liked a lot?
I liked knowing how to put this thing in,
Magazine.
just the magazine, because I always thought that you could really get it up, not backwards, basically.
Bullets forward, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enlightening to me on something else entirely. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You shot with Miss Rachel before, but this time it was an indoor range. We've never done that before, have we?
Yeah, no, it was it's loud.
It was
A
loud.
little squeezy.
Squeezy? Yeah, it was a little bit squeezy. Were you concerned at all when you shot that?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah?
Whenever it jolted or kicked a little bit, I thought, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. This is a little harder.
But you liked it?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's fun. Well, you got a good handle on it too towards the end there.
Yeah.
That's good. Last thoughts on going to a gun range was it was not near as intimidating as I thought it would be, although I was told that that was a rather bougie gun range. It did have a boutique and shops going in there. It was really cute, but it was really clean. It was really easy. We went in, we signed the waivers, we paid, and then we went and did whatever we wanted to. It was a lot of fun. Like, I will definitely be back. That was something I'm really glad I branched out in to go and check out. It was definitely something that Tammy helped me out with a lot in regards to aiming, and she tweaked a few things, and now it's like ingrained right here. So that was really interesting and a lot of fun. If you get a chance and you've never gone to a gun range, definitely go and check it out. If you'd like to get in touch with Miss Tammy, reach out to me. Thank you.